Record. Alright, so TougeSW, Drift Talk. Tonight's episode is episode 4, series 5. Title's Drift Talk. It's always going to be Drift Talk this whole season. Yeah, it's just because I just love talking about drift, so, I want to drift again. It's always live every 10 p.m. every Thursday night at 10 on twitch.tv and Wandering Raven. All episodes is always posted on TougeSW.com. Alright, so the host, me, Wandering Raven. What is TougeSW? Well, started as an inspiration from Touge Northwest back in 2011. Tried to start it up as its own thing. Long story short, I turned it into basically a blogging site, and then I turned it into a podcast. Basically a lot of basically powered by self-motivation, self-confidence and all that stuff, building and stuff like that. I have zero support for any of this or anything I do, basically, and even from my own family, I don't have any support for the automotive world, or at least it never felt that way. Simple disclaimer. Everything I do say in this video is me alone for TougeSW. Has nothing to do with anything I do, if it's work related, or if there's anything, I don't represent my company. When I'm at work, I do work there. When I'm at home, I do not represent that company. I walked away as soon as I clock out. And unless I'm on call, then I will take care of that call privately. I do not share anything or any information from them in any of this. So anything I do say is on my own accord. So yes, I say that now. So if I say something out of context and I don't want it to sound like it's evolving around that world of work. This is personal. This is not work. This is my own personal work. My side job, my side gig, my side thing, my hobby. This has nothing to do with my work. So it's always going to be separated. And if I say anything, it is my own accord. I do not represent that company in any way in any of my stuff here unless they sponsor me. And even then, I still wouldn't do that because that's technically a conflict of interest. So, yeah. Alright, so about me. I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. I drift, I hack, I play video games. In a nutshell, I drifted 1987 Nissan 200SX S12 Silvia. Got a V6 in it, and now it has a inline 4. I hack, basically, both my job is IT related, and I also do Vegas Hackware, which is vegasHackware.com. So I can always bring up a quick advertisement of what exactly I do. So open image, new tab real quick. Of course. And this is what I do. Technically, I wrote 2 books. Vegas Hackware is not just basically anything, it's just a book thing. So let's go vegasHackware.com. This is my side business, this is my hustle, this is where I sell my books. I have 2 books. Have you noticed? One's my biography, the other one's basically my manifesto. I used to do a little bit of CTF blogs, but it's ruined by AI, so I kind of stopped. I used to do hacking podcasts, mainly around my books, but I think I might bring it back. So any of the services I do provide off as my side hustle here is all here. And I'm trying to bring back more different types of shirts and everything. So got my DC 702, which is DerpCon Group 702. Kind of cool how I did that. But yeah, that's. I don't order one of these to. Or when I do DEF CON. If I do DEF CON this year. I walk around with this and get a bunch of stickers. But yeah, that's that. That's my side hustle. Want to learn more about me? Yeah, I got 2 books. If you want a free copy of those books, just subscribe to my Twitch channel anytime. And I enjoy my Discord then, and basically, I will give you a copy of the book. But regardless, I do play video games. As of tonight, I was playing the new Conan Exiles Enhanced with many problems. There's a lot of problems with that game. So, moving on to the next section. Host. Previous events, there was none. Upcoming events, nothing's planned. So, if I do end up doing something, I will definitely cover it. So, alright, so let's jump into here. I found the trigger wheel solution. So, here's what I ordered. It should be ready soon. So, shipping late May. It's by TougeSW Garage. Actually, not that bad for the price. It's like half the price than it was from ordering the NZ wiring kit. But it's the same thing. It's a wheel here. That's the actual wheel. That's the cover for the wheel. That's the actual sensor. It's 24-in-1. It's the same size as the VG side right here. So yeah, believe it or not, it's the same thing as the VG. But this is going to be really good because I can actually use this. I have it programmed with my megasquirt and all the fun stuff there. So right now, with a quick update, I'm building a patch cable to go from the stock wiring harness because I don't want to spend money to cut into an $800 freaking wiring harness from Wiring Specialties just to wire in the megasquirt. So I'm going to go down that really quick, and the easiest way for me to do that is I've been posting it on Instagram. So I'll go ahead and pull that over. Probably the easiest thing I can probably do. So basically, like in programming, you have to translate between left one to another. So I have to translate the ECCS wiring harness to megasquirt. And that is what I'm doing. So I'm also prepping the MS2, but this is the hardest part because there's 4 injectors. It doesn't tell me what's bank 1 or bank 2. I want to make sure I get those 2 right. This is the last thing I need to do. And it doesn't tell you how to wire the spark plugs or the coils. And since I'm using Audi coils, I think it's just 1 wire. I mean, there's like 3 wires on it. One's for power, one's for the signal, and one's for that. Signal should be the one coming in, which is normally, I believe, is triggered through the CAS. And so I have to make sure I get that right this time. I have to actually make sure that one of the cast wires is connected correctly to the megasquirt. So there's 2 things that I'm kind of have to work on still. That's the cast wheel once it gets in. I have to make sure that gets wired right. And then the injectors. That's the last 2 things that left on the patch cable. I do have to get one other cable that's for the IAT, in which, yeah. And then I just have to, once I get the patch cable ready, I'm going to move on to fixing up the engine bay, get it all ready and prepped and ready. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing on that right now. It's just a lot of wiring and a lot of verification. A lot of stuff is I have to read through over and over and over again just to understand what they put down, because it's not really user friendly. It never has been. This is what confused me before. Um, but at least we know what we're doing on that. On my next project, the Project Serenity, that's my dark blue S12. This is the nice 1986. It still needs a front end swapped to the S13. That's still soon. R200, I still need to do that, and the springs as well. But and then my Project 80, my 1980 280ZX, that's still in the back burner. So all right. And just like I promise every week, I want to try to grab something for the S12 database. So let's go to web.archive.org real quick. Let's see if it's up and able to use it tonight, because last week we couldn't. We've been using clubs12.org. Let's go with 2017. I think that was more of a clean copy. Let's go with 22. And of course, hopefully it forwards or redirects and not block me, because they got a lot of anti-AI stuff in place. So what'll happen is if I click too fast, it'll basically block me for about 30 minutes, which is not cool. Let's see. That's why I gotta be careful when I select something. I still need to find where. Here we go. Maybe. Been wanting to try to find the audio stuff, but I might actually have to. Rewrite that all up already, especially with the wiring, because it's actually complicated. When you take the stock head unit out, there's two wires that need to be hooked up that are not a part of it to like a ground, like a switch on wiring. So there's that. How to rattle can spray paint. I don't think that's worthy to be copied over. And in this day and age, the steering wheel hubs, you should already know that. It's similar to S13. The color choosing app, I don't think that works anymore. The new color app, higher size calculator, that's basic these days, so they're all the same. Gain settings, no. Alright, yeah, they just don't have it in here. Hopefully it's not too soon. What the hell is that? Technical how-tos. Let's go in here. This is what I really want to preserve, is anything that they wrote up on. Let's see. Is this still a thing? Yeah. Alright, cool. The clutch dampener, where is it? Can I get pics? First, we have the location of the clutch counter, which is right side of the engine bay. There's no pictures here. Yeah, I think this was meant to be older. Oh. Oh, okay. We're not going to worry about that, but Let's see what else we have. Solid bushman, steering rack bushing replacement. I think I need to do that to my S12. So let's see. What do they got? And a dead link. Of course it is. Wait, how long ago did they post this though? Oh, July 17th. Which was July 23rd, 2019. Now we did 2017. Oh, alright. Alright, so yeah, I thought I had 2017. Where's that? Oh yeah, it's Retro 4. Okay. Retro 4. There we go. Alright. So yeah, let's get this snapshot. No authority. I was under the technical how-tos. Is it still in 2015? Of course. Nothing new? Skip. What else is there? You know what? Here's what I'll do is I'm gonna keep looking into it. We're gonna try to get that up there, and I will update by next week on the steering rack bushings. Alright, so yeah, we'll get to that. That's still something we're doing. And to end my stream tonight, we're gonna go into my bucket list. Well, then I've been dreaming, technically. I've been feeling kind of down, though, because, you know, I don't know how this is gonna work. I have to get my car running. I'm doing this all alone. I have no help. Of course, I don't have help. Not that I need help. I need, like, time, technically. And that's been really hard, and I have no support for it at all. I have no one support me here for this stuff. Nobody supports me in any partial way, in any possible way at the moment. Anyways, you know, I mean, I could always use some good help on other projects going around. You know, could always use help on the other car stuff that I have out there. I could always use that when I get home from work. I don't get, you know, I just wish I had better support around me. You know, I don't like going to the store right as soon as I get home from work, which happens all the fucking time. Stuff like that. You know, it's like I get home, then all of a sudden I'm trying to focus on that. That takes me a few minutes because I gotta wound down from being at work for 10 hours a day and then coming home to this other crap and dealing with everybody else's shit that I just don't have time for. And it's like I gotta deal with everything else, and it's like, why do I have to deal with all this stuff? Not what I signed up for. Everybody just, I don't know. And of course, over time, that's actually drilling at me, and it's like I'm seeing all these other people having awesome success, and they're wanting to do something as similar as I'm doing. Even though I kind of feel like I launched mine sooner than everybody else has, but I don't know. I just don't see how this is going to work. I got 3 years to do at least 10 around the stupid freaking United States drifting around. And I really don't know if it's going to work. But the goal is to drift fit before I turn 50. These are like must drifting events, and I'm building a documentary movie about it. I want to go to each one, record what I've done, how I did it, and basically go around and meet people and get some really cool moves out there done. Shred some tires, have some fun. And then when I'm done, bring it all together, make a beautiful movie out of it. We're going to start on YouTube and let it go. But that's the idea. And that's pretty much it for the night. Until next week, have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to go pass out now. And, yeah, let's see what we can do. All right, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.